Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. We've seen some solid play from this Milwaukee team recently. In case you've been under a rock, they've continued their double-digit winning streak with no signs of slowing. A scary, tough team, and they're in full swing. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your little valleys or your peaks, you're going to be in big trouble. But every loss and every win does affect home court advantage if you're a veteran team trying to make the playoffs and trying to win it all. So you're thinking about every loss. If you lose in April, it hurts just as much when you lose in January.
And time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Phoenix, the home of the Suns, the U.S. Airways Center. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. Back on the road tomorrow. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm's absolutely off the charts.
And the great atmosphere. You know, the fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it does come full circle. But their energy, I truly believe, is lifting this team to even greater heights.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Teague out there with Holiday, and then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Lopez has got the opening bucket of the night here for Milwaukee. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Golden State.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the charts.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin.
Right.
How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see.
Now, here's Teague. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Now here's Paul. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. This is to Sanders. Booker the pass to the machine. And a strong finish with two hands.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And the Bucks with possession here. The Suns getting the bucket. It's stolen by Morris. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And the dunk by Sanders.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Paul. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
Now here's Booker. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Holiday. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Paul. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. Lopez over to help. Back to Paul. Pass to Morris. For three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Teague. Lopez outside. Back to Teague. Launches a three. No luck. Good work defensively by Paul. Here's Sanders. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Paul. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He used that pick to get in close.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
T kicks to Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass.
You know, his pace makes him really hard to keep track of, guys. I mean, if you lose him, he'll explode to the rim on you.
Paul outside. He dishes it to Booker. And he lays it straight in. Booker's got his first points in this one.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Booker, following the bucket by the Bucks. 5 on the clock. Morris passes to the machine, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender. And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Now the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively were very strong. You look at the metrics that measure a lot of the defensive categories. Bucks finished with the second-best defensive rating in the NBA.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning-quick release on his jump shot.
Portis, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. The Bucks have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. In the corner, Middleton with it. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter, Greg. You're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter, Clark. This Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
Teague with a clean look. Off target from outside. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against New Orleans.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the Suns pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Suns leading. Now the pass to the machine. He kicks to Booker. Feeds to Sanders. Passes it to the machine. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Flew off the pick and hammers it home.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Here's the machine following the bucket by the Bucks. The rebound by Holiday. And Middleton kicks to Teague. And he gets it to go. Teague's got his first basket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Phoenix making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the machine. Sarge comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Payne in for Paul. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Jabari Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Mayo in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Payne. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And a wide open look for Sanders. That 3 off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Teague, here we go. Chandler with the block. And they'll keep possession.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Out to the wing. Booker up top. Lots of room. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Booker's got 8 points. The Bucks trail. Teague dishes to Parker. Chandler with the block. To the middle. Payne passes to Booker. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good, Booker. Bucks trail by 4. Parker outside. Henson with the screen. Mayo kicks to Teague. From 13, no luck. Now the Suns take it the other way.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Chandler with the screen on Teague. Now here's Booker. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New Orleans. Off target from outside.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Here's Henson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Here's Booker, following the score by John Henson. Goes up on the high post. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Mayo with it. Working on Booker. They get it back. The kick out to Mayo. Outside Teague. Plays it up and banks it in. Teague's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now, here's Sarge. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Sarge.
Listen, no doubt the Suns were a competitive team a season ago, especially against that Eastern Conference. Took 18 wins out of the 30 contests they had against the East.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. Crawford comes in for Booker. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Suns did win the games they were supposed to against the East. As you were talking about, Greg, they had no problem with any team, Clark, as you look back on the Eastern Conference.
Well, you look at the record there against the East, 18-12 against that conference, 9-7 against the playoff teams in the East. I'm only one of 9 teams in the entire league that could claim that.
And here are the Suns now, after the basket by Milwaukee. Payne dishes to Crawford. 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And good on the basket. Book it. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Teague. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Suns on top, up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they've blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Or handball.
Either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder out there with Sarge. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Crawford, and it's the machine in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Ball passes to Crawford. There's a good screen. Here's Crowder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Crawford kicks to Crowder. The 3. Paul missing again.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Defended by Crowder. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Milwaukee.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be, can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Bucks leading by 3. The wide open look here for Lopez. From outside, off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Paul with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's the machine. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. No good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Sarge with it. 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Paul, and count it from 19 feet away. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And the dunk by Parker.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's the machine after the basket by Milwaukee. Lopez with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Sanders comes in for Sarge, and it's Booker in for Jamal Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sanders. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Sanders has got 6.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Middleton with a screen for Holiday. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, Phoenix. They trail by 3. Here's Lopez. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
And he makes the first. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence. I don't care who you are or what your circumstances, but you know what? At the end, he rose above it.
We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Look at the machine, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Bobby Portis, even more impressive.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high percentage shots.
You know, 3 things you don't expect out of guys that young: consistency, consistency, consistency. They brought it all month long. Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. That sends Chris Paul to the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game. Some of the best numbers of his career.
Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season, yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
Here's Parker. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Phoenix. Suns trail by 9. And here is Paul. He has 5. Now Sanders. Pass to Morris. Clock at 6. With the shot. Shot is off. Great D that time from Middleton. Outside Holiday. Parker dishes to Lopez. Right side out of the Kumbo. The kick out to Holiday. Offensive rebound. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's Paul. Out left to the wing to stop the run. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Sanders. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Now here's Sanders. He's coming off a 25-point game against New Orleans.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
And he gets the bucket. Booker's got 14.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up. Challenge the defense.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
And Phoenix making a change here. Payne's checked in. Now here's Teague. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
They're starting to get a little triple happy, falling in love with that three-pointer.
Starting to cast him up a bit too often here in the second. And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
And Chandler sends it back. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Let's take a look at what the last month has looked like for the Bucks as far as NBA stats go. First in assists, first in field goal percentage, and they're number 2 in team rebounding. A good, balanced, aggressive team on the backboards.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Dish now to Payne. Fires the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Mayo, the pass to Henson. Outside Holiday. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter. Suns trail by 9. Morris a screen. Now here's Payne. Teague covering. Teague against Sanders. It's deflected, but they'll recover it. The Suns need to get a shot off. Payne can't hit. Bucks leading by 9. Mayo kicks to Holiday. Right wing. Henson sets a screen for Teague. In the corner, Mayo with it. Puts it up from 17. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Here's Payne. Morris a screen. Mayo brings the double team. Sanders dishes to Booker. Looking to end his cold spell. Teague can't hit. Suns trail by 11. And Booker kicks to Sanders. Suns keep it alive. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 5 now.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Timeout called the Bucks. Phoenix making some changes. Sarge is checked in for Markieff Morris. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Sanders. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. Outside Holiday. There's a screen off the pick, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Crowder kicks to Chandler. He feeds it to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
In the corner, Mayo with it. Outside Teague. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Tyson Chandler. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Suns. Both shots good from the stripe.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Crawford outside. Now here's Payne. Teague covering. Payne passes to Chandler. Here's Saric. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For Phoenix, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Saric. And so Saric nails them both.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
And there's the feed to Henson. Outside Mayo. Here's the 3. No good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Bucks lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 4 rebounds. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.